the Tennessee Titans. A happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Levis. And his throw is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Levis on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Hard throw, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's a Tennessee native from just outside of Memphis, Ken Walker. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Under pressure, they got him again. Uchenna Nwosu in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Play action now. Levis. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's Levis. Incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Levis throwing for it on 4th. Flush to his right. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Smith. That's to the rookie Jackson Smith and Jigba.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Smith. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Third and long, it's Smith. Buying time to his left. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll try and run for it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Here's Walker. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On second down, it's Walker. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Levis is that's taken in by Okonkwo. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. The Titans had 8-6 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. That is caught. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Levis looking to throw. And this is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A second down throw from Levis. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back into 32. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Here we go. 4th down. Levis. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Taken down at the 42. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Walker trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Throwing is Smith. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, Levis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now a 2nd and 10. Levis now on 2nd down. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. 3rd and short, it's Levis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Levis to throw off play action. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Levis out of the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
4th down, Levis. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one.
There he goes, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Geno now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. The final shot here before break. Smith to the goal line, but it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. 3rd quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Smith. He's going to air one out. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Pettis now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. So the directional kicking problematic there. They're going to spot this inside the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes this 35-0 now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Levis.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked by Julian Love.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. They'll roll him out right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Ballore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it is 42-0. Pettis now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
1st and 10. Here's Levis.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They'll fake it. Now Smith, escaping the pressure right.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant. That is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Play action. It's Smith. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time. Straight ahead, Walker.
And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain.
3rd down and 6.
From the gun, here's Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the option, that's complete. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Throwing now is Geno. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Pettis now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Levis to throw it.
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Off of play action, here's Smith.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
On 2nd and 10, Smith.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all
a leap, and he's got it. Noah Fant with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Seahawks stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Levis back to throw.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now here's Levis now on 3rd and long.
Forced out to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But
he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Levis.
Flush to his right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now Levis. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Levis now off of play action.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Second down, here's Levis.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Here's Levis. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Gold with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Throwing now, Smith.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Now Gino on 1st down. Walker with a grab, left side. Sheds off the tackle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Throwing left side. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I get... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Out of the gun to give to Spears. Taken down at the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. One final try here for Will Levis. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best.